when it is winter in the northern hemisphere, the land encompassed by the Antarctic Circle is fully illuminated for the entire day. The sun should be right above here, and as you can see, meanwhile, the Arctic Circle gets no light at all. So this land has no light whatsoever. Anything north of about 66.5 degrees. Yeah, anything north of there, no latitude, no sunlight. Anything south of negative 66.5 degrees means the entire thing has sunlight all the time. For winter. How can flat earthers explain this? Well, I think I just might have found out how it's done. So, imagine this. Flat earthers will probably have to believe, there's a second dome about 60 miles higher than the first dome, and about 3160 miles below, except this dome is more like a glass empty sphere, like a hamster, like one of those balls that hamsters run around in. And in this dome, there's a bunch of oxygen, and inside the second dome, there's this weird kind of airbender, or that gathers a mass that bends the air and water into this mass of cloud during around the third week of December into a cloud shaped like this. Yes. Notice how I took so I used the needle to poke a hole in the center of this flat earth. You see this ring, that's the Arctic Circle. I traced over it a couple of times. Then I place this here. I made it extend all the way to the Antarctic Circle, in kind of like a conoid, a weird isosceles triangle shape. That's tip hits the Antarctic Circle. Now, and the airbender just sits on top between this first and second dome, using airbending to rotate this. Hey, this actually kind of like turning it into a massive clock hand. I have to make this consistent with reality. So in reality, so makes it kind of like a clock. The sun's up there. A couple of miles, about 60 miles below this airbender, and is controlling this about 160 miles below this airbender, who's using airbending to control a cloud into this shape. That covers this thick cloud shape, blocks out all sunlight directly under it, and it covers up the entire northern hemisphere, Arctic Circle, and after here it just trails on in kind of like a circ angle. Probably not a real word, but I have to do something. And the airbender just rotates it like this. Look. Look, Ireland and look, if you use this, you see this part of Brazil, the sun sets. And the sun also sets around Glasgow, Scotland. I wonder what city that is. Okay, Google. When does the sun set in João Pessoa, Brazil?
In Brazil today, sunset is at 6:11 p.m.
Okay, Google. When does the sun set in Glasgow?
In Glasgow today, sunset was at 6:18 p.m.
Okay, Google. When is sunset in Glasgow on December 21st?
In Glasgow on December 21st, the sun will set at 3:45 p.m.
Okay, Google. When is sunset in Salvador, Bahia?
In Salvador today, the sun will set at 5:31 p.m.
Okay, Google. When will sunset in Lisbon on December 21st?
In Lisbon on December 21st, sunset is at 5:19 p.m.
Okay, Google. When is sunset on the Archipelago de Fernando de Noronha?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, Google. When is sunset in Fortaleza, Brazil on December 21st?
In Fortaleza on December 21st, sunset is at 5:43 p.m.
Wait, that means that the sun would set in Lisbon before it sets in Fortaleza. So, do we get that? Nope. In fact, the sun rises in Fortaleza about the time that it sets in Lisbon. By the way, if it's on this edge, that means it's sunrise, and if it's on that edge, it means it's sunset, night is going. On the left edge, it's sunset, sunrise, the night has left. What else? I'm busy watching news. Okay. So around the time. Okay, Google. When will the sun set on Fortaleza on December 21st?
In Fortaleza on December 21st, the sun will set at 5:43 p.m.
Okay, Google. When will the sun set in Lisbon on December 21st?
In Lisbon on December 21st, sunset is at 5:19 p.m.
So if it's on that middle, that means it's around midnight. So according to this, it's midnight in both Andorra and... Okay, Google. Time difference between Andorra and London.
Andorra is 1 hour ahead of London, UK.
Now let me measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, Google. What time zone is Andorra part of?
Here is some information from the web that might possibly help. Central European Standard Time. On the website
Okay, Google.
GreenwichMeantime.com.
What time is sunrise in Andorra?
In Andorra tomorrow, sunrise is at 8:07 a.m.
Okay, Google. What time is sunrise in London?
In London tomorrow, sunrise is at 7:25 a.m.
So, this, I think, is the only way the flat earthers can explain that in the northern hemisphere's winter, the Antarctic Circle is fully and constantly illuminated, whereas the Arctic Circle receives no sunlight at all. There's this weird cloud that does that. Let me see. Okay, according to this, it should be sunset in the UAE. Sunset in Abu Dhabi happens before sunrise in Jerusalem. Okay, Google. What time is sunset in Abu Dhabi December 21st?
In Abu Dhabi on December 21st, the sun will set at 5:39 p.m.
Okay, Google. What time is sunset on Jerusalem December 22nd?
In Jerusalem tomorrow, the sun will set at 6:07 p.m.
Okay, Google. What time is sunrise on Jerusalem December 22nd?
In Jerusalem on December 22nd, the sun will rise at 6:36 a.m.
Okay, Google. Time difference between Jerusalem and Abu Dhabi.
Jerusalem, Israel
Okay,
is 10
Google.
hours ahead of Hillsborough, Oregon.
Okay, Google. Time difference between Jerusalem and Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates is 1 hour ahead of Jerusalem, Israel.
Let me see. Around 30 degrees. Is there still solar illumination for about a large portion of the day? The tropics are the places where it gets 12-12. So, I don't know how well this works. It looks weird, but I think it's the only way that the flat earthers can actually explain the what's it called? The seasonal illumination